Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Look who's
Welcome
back.
back, y'all.
Hi, guys. Welcome back, Mel.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I missed y'all.
We
Yeah,
missed you.
listen, we missed you, okay? Because the struggle was real.
I'm
Me
back.
and Jim trying to run the engineering side. I'm like, Tim, did you click it? You turned it off. You turned it off. And we communicating with our eyes. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. It was
I'm glad to be back. I missed y'all. I don't know. January, I was like, it's just all the dates was falling on a Wednesday. It was like y'all just don't want me to be great for January, but I'm
maybe like
back.
this.
I have fun.
We're so glad you got to rest and reset and you came back for a great episode. So
Yes. I was in
that's what matters.
Jamaica.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to respond to someone's text. She's like, I thought the show starts at 8. Girl, it's 8:02. What you mean? We on what?
Yeah. You late.
Anyway, hello, y'all. Welcome to the Hustle and Shine podcast. We haven't seen our girl literally in like 3 weeks, so we jumped right into the conversation. But we want to welcome you to the Hustle and Shine podcast with your host. I'm Tiffany, the Phoenix Matthias. You got
It's your girl
Natima
Mel
Sheree.
V.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Go ahead.
We see, I've been gone. We done messed up the order. It's my fault. I'm sorry, guys. It's your girl Mel V, the MV pen.
And Natima Sheree, Queen Pen. Happy Wednesday, Gems and Gents. Look, I'm over here trying to get us live on Instagram. Instagram said no. I finally got back into Facebook. Facebook saying, who are you? Like, what is, you know what? This is why I don't do social media no more. I don't. But I was telling my therapist, she was like, what has been some of the benefits of your digital detox? It's been almost 6 months. I said, well, first of all, it's healed my vanity because I was looking through my phone and they have not a daggone selfie. I was like, yo, I don't even take them anymore because the sole purpose of taking them was to post them. And because I'm not on, I have no images since the summer. I was like, yeah, amen. I'm healing. I appreciate that. So yeah, that was interesting. That's a win. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I feel like you're giving selfie worthy today though. This look is very cute. It's giving me real around the way girl New York. Like it's giving me you should have been in the LL Cool J video. Like I'm feeling it. It's very cute.
And I tried. Thank you. Because
You
I
succeeded.
tried.
You succeeded.
But no, I mean that summer, the actual summer that he shot his video in
We all
you trying to get in the video.
We all
in the
did.
video.
We
They were
all
like,
did.
too young. I was like, I'm 17. They were like, and too young. I was just like, can I stand over there? And still too young to stand over there. I was like, got you. I'm gonna just go around the corner and look over the building. So yeah, but thank you. Yes. This is called too lazy to comb hair. So we just gonna throw the hat on and go run errands like this. So this is
But
what this happens.
it's giving.
Thank you.
It's
I
giving. Hey
appreciate
shorty.
that.
It's giving. Hey shorty, what's your number? Like it's giving. I like it. It's giving. It's giving. Very good.
It's not giving AO. It's not giving AO short.
It's giving Europe. It's giving Europe.
If you from New York, dropping your okay. Before we continue any further, y'all know what y'all have to do, right? We're gonna take a pause right now. Y'all need to come in here. Y'all need to like this. You need to share this. You need to tag somebody in the comments and tell them to get in here because we are coming through with the third and final episode of our issue series. Yes, we did miss we missed last week. Both the Queen Pen and I were down bad with the flu. I still have a cough, but you know, we're here. We're here. So yes, like, share, comment, subscribe, tell somebody to get in the building. We're about to wrap up issues. Tonight we're discussing energy addiction. So
yes,
good show coming forward.
Absolutely. And look, tip all on business because Mel got me cutting up. And listen, Mel talking about looks. Let's talk about this hair. Let's talk about this.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
I left. I came back. Yes, we had to give them Lola because the birthday was giving, and then I was in Jamaica getting my groove back.
I'm done.
Okay, Stella.
Good night. Okay, good night.
Lola was getting her groove.
Lola was getting her groove back.
I was gonna say you actually used that alias while you were there. You were telling people your name was Lola.
Yeah.
I don't want no parts of this.
That's what the people were calling me that. Like literally for my birthday when I went out, they surprised me with a birthday dinner, which was great, and. Of course, then it was like down and it was curly and it was, face was beat. They hooked me up for my birthday. Yeah. And so they was like, you need like, because they've never, y'all know me. I don't really do color. So it's always like brown, black. I think that like reddish brown was like my furthest. So nobody was expecting the blonde, and I didn't tell anybody. So I just showed up, and they were like,
Who you? New hair,
Who's
don't
this?
care.
"Yeah,
Hop on with this woman.
right." So they was like, "We're gonna call you Lola." So if you even go on my Instagram for my birthday recap, the music on it is whatever Lola wants, Lola
I'm
gets.
done. Good night. Listen, but you was out in Jamaica introducing yourself as, "Hey, I'm Lola." I'm not.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. I haven't. That was my first time being back to Jamaica since I was 15.
Mm.
Wow. The
So
island looked the same, don't it? Just
I mean, it's a lot has changed, but it was so much
okay.
fun.
Yeah.
I was surprised the boy next door that I saw when I was like 11 that had a crush on me wrote my name on the side of the house. It's still there, and apparently
What?
they rebuilt the house and everything, but he told them they could not touch the wall.
What?
Yes, and he's still there. And then my mother was being messy because he's like living there with his girlfriend. And my mother introduced me, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's her name on the wall." I was like, "Ma, like we don't why."
You should have been like, not me. My name is Lola. I don't
Right.
know who Mel is. I don't know no Melanie.
I don't know who that is.
She's probably sweet though.
But yes, but I missed y'all. I definitely missed y'all. I miss being here for like the comeback for the season, but I'm back now.
Yay, welcome back. And listen, like I said, no, seriously, we missed you because we missed your energy and your contributions, but we definitely missed you when it comes to you being the platform expert because I was clicking stuff. I had us on platforms. While we on Tumblr, who's still on here? Like, how it was a mess. I was getting security emails, you trying to log into somebody else's Pinterest through StreamYard. I'm like, you know what? We just gonna wait for mail. So yeah. But can we real quick talk about this strain of flu? Who created this particular season flu? My eyelids hurt.
The same people that created COVID.
No, it wasn't COVID.
No,
Both of
I
my
said the same people that created COVID.
Oh,
when I tell you this damn version, my baby girl came to me. She's like, "Mommy, I think my throat is choking me." I said, "What? What?" And she was like, "No, my throat is it's like choking me." I was just like, "You mean it's sore and it's starting to feel?" It was the worst. Never again. I will never get another flu shot. Keep it. They need to call it the flu liquor shot because it's literally. I felt drunk for 5 days. I'm not.
And see, mine didn't come from a flu shot. Mine came from a spouse who works with germ collectors running an after school program.
No petri dishes.
He came home on Sunday sick. Monday, MLK Day, he was laid out in the bed, like just the old confidence. And I'm like, but I was taking my vitamins and I was staying away. I thought I was being good. Tuesday, I got to work. I said, "Oh damn!"
And it always start in the throat. Like yeah. And
I didn't have any sore throat, but when I tell you, I felt like I got hit in the head with a bag of D batteries. And then laying in the bed, I laid in the bed so long that laying in the bed was no longer comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like I'd sit up and I could feel my entire head just drain right back into my throat, and I was miserable. Like
it was so bad.
Was on a liquid diet, just teas and soup and all this other stuff for 3 days. When I finally did muster up, like I was like, I want a grilled cheese with bacon. I made me a nice grilled cheese with bacon. I ate half of it. I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't know what this is that I'm eating. I know it's a grilled cheese. I know it's bacon. I know it's on good bread, but this does not taste like what I was expecting. And my taste buds and my appetite still haven't fully returned.
When I tell you I ate nothing, I had no appetite. I said, when people see me and be like, "Wow, you lost a lot of weight. Was it Ozempic? Was it that it was flu 2025? I swear for God, I still can't eat. Everything tastes like nothing. It's like, what's this? This is spicy quesadillas, and I still can't taste them. Like, you can put a jalapeno on my tongue. It's nothing. Yeah.
Not the
All right. Listen, we gave y'all plenty of time with our small talk to share this live. How come y'all ain't in the building? I don't see them. Look, them numbers looking real low. Them numbers looking. What y'all doing? Okay,
Look,
it just
look.
went up.
They
Yeah,
said-
they get in here. I see the numbers going up. Stop playing with us. Don't play with us.
Yes. All right. So, if you've had a bout with the COVID flu 2025 norovirus RSV concoction that's going around, drop a little coughing emoji in the chat. Let us know that you're here, that you're still alive. Let us know we need to pray some healing into you because, yeah.
Not the cough emoji.
No, because it's bad. It's bad. It's this one person that keep coming in and going out. I'm assuming they responding to text messages and can't keep that Facebook app open. Stop. Stay on the show. You can respond after. We off by 9:07. Get off.
Unless you responding to the text to tell them to join the show.
Exactly.
To get in here. Like, we've really prepared for this episode, seriously, and we really want to have this debate and this discussion with you. We want to share some of the work that we've done to prepare for this show. So let's kick it off, Tiff. We are talking energy addiction.
Energy addiction, yes. So we were told that we need to give definitions, right? So I didn't formulate a whole definition for y'all, but an energy addiction, we're referring to the insatiable need, the uncontrollable urge to be part of energy, and more specifically toxic energy, right? Whether it's through what's trending on your timeline on the different social media apps, or the state of the states and the things that's been happening it's only been 9 days.
Only been a week.
Look how much he's done. Okay, nope, I'm not touching that.
It's only been 9 days, right? That's all I'm going to say, right? There are people who are thriving off of this energy, but are they thriving, or are they just trying to survive and tread water,
right,
in a crazy world that we now live in? So we got a couple of topics for y'all this evening, and we're gonna start off with the first one, which is the diagnosis headline, right? Headlines get you every time, whether it's something that comes across your timeline, it's coming across in your emails. Headlines are what are the bottom line of when it comes down to news, right? And the more salacious and scandalous it is, the more likely it is that it is going to grab people's attention, get people to talking. And as they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. But just because it's not bad for the person who it's about, what is it doing to you? The person who is reading, who is consuming this. I went down the rabbit hole last week, laid out, and was just from one click into the next, until I was down this rabbit hole of WTF between the administration. It happened to fall on MLK Day and the significance of that day. And finally, I just had to be like, put your phone down.
Yeah.
And I did. I put my phone down, and then I turned on the History Channel and was binging documentaries on Black people and how we built this, and all that stuff there. And I went from Wednesday night until Sunday afternoon, just immersed in the culture of what it means to be a Black woman in the United States, because I had to cancel all of the negative that I had taken in by refilling myself with some other type of energy, which basically was a reminder of who the F we are. So
exactly that part. No, I love that, because and crazy enough, like you, because we're gonna do some reading. Like, I recognize our insatiable, and I always say our because I may be getting healed from it and delivered from it now, but I used to be addicted as well. But I realized our insatiable desire for toxic and negative energy really just helps us to feel better about our own mess. Like, it's deflective and we don't even realize, because as long as I can look at someone else's trauma, someone else's broken home, terrible relationship, bad marriage, bad kids, poor finances, oh, okay, I guess I'm a little bit better, because it keeps me from having to look in the mirror as long as I'm looking through the scroll. And like one of the things that I was reading, they were talking about headlines are designed to be quick and emotionally evocative. Like that is the whole reason and premise of a headline, is to grab you, pull you into an article that they know will cause you to spiral, that they know is going to be triggering. It is going to create insecurity. It's going to prompt social comparison. All of those things are intentional through these headlines. And so, like you said, like our addiction for that constant feed, there's a reason it's called a feed. It's feeding our addiction. It's literally giving us the drug of here's more drama, here's more trauma, here's more hatred, and we constantly consume it. And then we're not equipped, taught, encouraged. It's not promoted in Black culture to regulate our nervous systems. We're not taught to take a beat, sit still, breathe, embrace stillness. No, we're taught grind culture. So you add social addiction, media addiction, trauma, drama, negativity addiction, and then you move us over with dysregulated systems, and you expect us to be good parents? You expect us not to spaz out on the kids over one question, over a spilled bowl of cereal? No, of course you lost it, because you didn't have it together anyway. You just spent the last 6 hours scrolling and consuming reality TV and all the mess happening in those relationships, and then you think that you have it together to take care of your kid. Like, really? That's an addict. That's literally, that's what we used to call them back in the day. Functioning crackheads.
Yeah.
Y'all had one in your neighborhood. Stop playing. Come on. We all know the one that we knew she was on crack, but she thought she was just fine. And that is what we look like. We really think we're good. We showing up at work and we like, oh, I got it together. No, sis, you're losing it. You're legit losing it, because your mind is still on your feet. And all of that energy that you've consumed, because energy only transfers. It is not created, nor it literally transfers. And I was reading, the last thing I'm going to say is energy. The article was saying how energy is the capacity to exert a force that causes an object to move or change its state. So even if you spent the morning in your mindfulness, because y'all know we all want that soft life, right? So we all spending our mornings in our little mindfulness. We got our little music playing, and then you reach for your phone and you start scrolling. And that disrupts all that work that you just did. So you think you going to work with the mindfulness version of you, the one who was sitting calmly and sipping her little chamomile tea or her little medicine ball from Starbucks. No, the version of you that gets to show up to your cubicle with an attitude because somebody moved your stapler is the one who's been scrolling on her way to work. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Because I got some notes. I'll come back to me.
You got the notes. Come on, Mel.
To me, Mel.
Listen, I'm just gonna say I'm glad that I was in another country when all of this was happening.
You got back in,
huh?
You lucky you got back in.
Right.
Right.
He would have put you on a plane to Colombia. Like,
oh, they was gonna let me in. But no, I mean, I was disconnected because I just really wasn't in that space. So I didn't really see a lot until after the fact. But it was mind-boggling to me. I mean, it really wasn't mind-boggling to me, because that is just how we operate as a culture. Yeah. But we are so like that. You know the that cartoon with the dog. He be running and he be like squirrel.
Yeah,
that's us. Like we be looking at something and squirrel, and I'm like, I feel like they just was throwing all this stuff at us that had us looking at all these things, and then they threw something else and you forgot all about everything. Like I removed it like end of last year, like right around election time. Remember, it was like all you could see was everything about Gaza and what was happening over there. It was like inundated.
Yep.
You couldn't not hear about it.
Yep.
And then election day happened, and then what happened? I was like, we don't care about them no more.
That part.
Gaza's over. It's finished. Like they're not killing people. Genocide is finished over there.
Right.
But it's just that's how we are. Everybody was on that. You had all of these influencers and all of these bloggers and people that's all they talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the minute it was not the most trending topic, they went back to regular lives.
Right.
Like nothing happened. Like, so y'all don't you was yelling at folks last week about genocide, and now your next video you at Starbucks.
Right.
We forgot about this stuff.
That part.
And it just was baffling to me. I think the people that I saw after the disrespect of inaugurating this man on MLK Day, everybody had something to say. And all these people that were like, yeah, because Trump is this and he's gonna do this, and then he got in there and started signing stuff, and now you mad. I was like, oh, you realize that you got hoodwinked and bamboozled and distracted, and you thought that this man was really coming to help you? Oh,
he said he wasn't.
Yeah,
right.
he
But you
said
know
that.
they pick and choose. And the funny thing is, I was talking to one of my colleagues today, and we were talking about how we in America are so microwave information driven. So we just take the bites and the snippets that we get, and we're okay and content with that. But it's funny when you are in another country and watch the news. They're not so censored over there, and so you get a whole different perspective of a same story. But there's so many pieces of what's happening that we are not told if you don't go investigate or research or look into. And it's interesting to see and hear the same story in another country and be like, that's not what they said.
Right.
That's not what they said on CNN. Like that wasn't it. And it's the same scenario, but they pick and choose. We are so, that 1% that controls everything we get to see, hear, smell, eat, know in the public view. They get to pick and choose what information we are given. And they pick, like you said, they pick those pieces of information that are going to fuel anger, hatred, confusion, chaos. Those are the things that they feed. It was just no different than when the pandemic was happening, and they were like only dropping, 50,000 people died from COVID. And I'm like, yeah, but did you say that 200,000 people survived? Like, they weren't giving you the positive. They were just giving you the stuff that was going to cause the frenzy.
Right.
And it was terrible. But I think my highlight that I cracked up with watching this headline was they were talking about how when Bill Clinton and Hillary showed up and our forever president, Barack Obama, showed up, and they were booing them. And I was, and all I could think of when I saw it, I said, well, there go Bill and Hillary. And then Obama came up by himself, and I was like, oh, my first lady said, I'm not with it.
Okay. Forever Florida was like, well, me, not me.
She said, listen, as a former president, you have no choice but to go. But my obligations to this are over. I will not be walking up in there. And I was like, yes.
I changed my profile on social media to Michelle Obama's profile, and underneath it said, nope, I'm not going. And it was really one of these things where they of course, they were sending it out as a meme, where it's like, if I send you this, just know I'm not coming to what you invited me to. But with that there, it's all of the speculation on what DT was saying to Obama and why was Obama laughing or whatever. And so I joined in on that. I was like, yeah, Trump probably asked, where's Michelle at? And Barack laughing like, you don't want Michelle here.
Right.
Not in
If
not in
you
this
know,
case.
if you know a spicy black woman, you don't want a spicy black woman with, because as is. Kamala was sitting there, you could see the steam rising off her head. She wanted to turn around and just like cut the shit. But you know, they got to play their roles, right? You know, it is what it is. But what Mel just said that got me to going down my path is that based on who the source is, because all news is reporting a story or a version of a truth on the story, right? So depending on who's reporting the story, it's different. What's happening here in the United States and how it's being reported out to the public is not how it's being reported in Canada, and it's not how it's being reported in Mexico. We're sitting here, or they're sitting here, and they know these other people are laughing at us. They know they're laughing at us. Like I was just playing with team. We're like the Gulf of America. Who the? It don't even sound right to say that
at all.
because first of all, before America was America, it was Mexico.
America.
Before America was America, it was Mexico. Again, this is what happens when you go down the rabbit hole on the History Channel and you start learning about Louisiana or being reminded of Louisiana purchases and, you know, Trail of Tears and all this other stuff. America ain't ever been nice to nobody, not even themselves.
No.
And they damn sure don't play nice with foreign bodies.
That part.
Now they got this fool who every now and then he get mad and just be like, well, give me back my ball. And go off and have a temper tantrum, and now
you can't sit with us. I'm waiting for him to do one of them. I'm just waiting for a tantrum. You can't sit with us.
It's coming.
Or get mad at why he can't go sit with other people.
Yeah,
why I'm not how you removed us from the World Health Organization.
But did y'all peep how he did not put his hand on the Bible? I say you better not. He did not. It was like hovering.
I know. I said yes. I saw.
He did not. I said because he know he ain't gonna do right. Why he know he coming to.
He don't believe in that book.
It's been 9 days, and he has
done more on a coloring book for all that intents and purposes. When the Bible is presented, and then we can move into the next topic, I guess. When the Bible is presented and you're asked to take an oath or to swear on it, unless you believe in what the book says, then putting your hand on it. If you don't believe in what the book says, then you'll say and do anything that you want. It's the equivalent of crossing your fingers. It's like, I'm swearing on this box of vanilla wafers. It's gonna have the same impact.
That man ain't touching
accountable to this box of vanilla wafers. It's sitting on top of my refrigerator looking at me.
That man ain't touching the Bible. That's just like people that, you know, that's why like, you know, Dracula and them don't go into church. He ain't touching the Bible. He touched that Bible, y'all gonna see his hand burst into flames right on.
He might look like that emoji with the mind blown.
No, seriously.
Bible. Lord, God was probably up there like, please touch it. Please touch it. Just please, just one finger. Just please put
the electric socket.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I am done.
I can't.
But I definitely have to agree with your comments about like media and their selection process on exactly what gets told and how it gets told. And if we're paying attention to those that have influence and those that, you know, are in control of data, because this is something I was telling a friend of mine. I said, y'all are tripping over the wrong things. The real currency is data. That is where companies make their billions. That's why there's an app for everything, like literally for everything, because it's not about your convenience or your access to your bank account. It's about their access to you, the data that they get to control and sell and resell and repurpose. It's not coincidence that you can walk into a Publix and then open your phone and all of a sudden there's an advertisement for Publix on your phone. All of that is connected. That's why it's always saying, hey, can we share your location? Because they can connect you to a local monopole. That monopole feeds data to whatever carrier company, and then they repurpose that and sell it to companies who want to advertise to you, who want to market to you. That is exactly how this works. And so I always tell people, you have to control your consumption. Freedom of the press, they're removing fact checking. We can't change that, but we can change how much we are consuming and how much we're surrendering our mind, energy, and time to scrolling and to, the information that's being given. Like Mel said, we don't even want the truth no more. 30-second bite, we have we done filled in the blanks. I said this on a prior show. This is exactly why Wheel of Fortune is still on TV, because we cannot pass up the opportunity to fill in the blanks. That is just a desire. We got to be the one to know the answer. And so if in a 30-second bite, it gave you a portion of the story, you're going to run with the rest because you know everything. You just going to fill in the rest. And it is absolutely insane. And so that's why we wanted to do this show, because we wanted you to understand it's so much deeper than you just viewing things and maybe having an opinion on it, or maybe accidentally getting into a debate with a complete stranger that you'll never meet. It's so much deeper than that. It is energy access and energy investment. And people can come home angry or go to work angry, and they don't even know why. You don't even understand why your energy is off. You don't even understand why you're feeling overwhelmed. It's because you have spent an hour ingesting and consuming other people's trauma and drama and anger and bitterness and brokenness. All of that is now a part of you because energy transfers. No one says you have to be in the same room for energy to transfer. I don't have to touch you. All you have to do is witness, experience, or feel what I'm feeling. And all of a sudden now that's yours. And then you're passing that off to your children, your boo thing, your spouse, your mail lady, all the things. It's just everybody getting it, okay? And so don't be laughing, girl. But that's why we wanted to talk about this. Before we move on to the second topic, I did want to mention, matter of fact, no, it fits into topic 2. Let's just move to topic 2 for the sake of time. Let's just go ahead and go to what is topic 2? Look. Okay, yep. I knew it was okay. Disease. We're going to talk a little bit about the mean world syndrome that we're all suffering from. The world looks mean to all of us. It doesn't look, it's distorted, it's toe up. I love when my grandmother say stuff like, "This ain't the world I remember." Of course not. Like, show ain't. Like, no, But a couple of things I wanted to share on that, and then I'm gonna pass it back to my co-host. But the mean world syndrome, pretty much from our point of view, what that looks like is disrupted culture. It's definitely not the culture I remember. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. It was a world where we had villages. People looked out for other people's kids. We used to have signs in the street that said children at play. Now folks could just zoom through with their girlfriend car, because I know it's her car because it got glitter plates. But what? Okay, so we just we just acting up like it's nobody's babies playing double dutch and stuff like that.
Because they're not playing double dutch. They inside on PlayStation.
They in the house raising babies at 10. But anyway, dysregulated nervous systems. I already mentioned that. It triggers our internal conflict. And so another reason why we suffer from mean world syndrome is because our problems becomes everybody's problems, and everybody's problems become ours. Like I am not on social media right now, but a friend did send me the article where Tia apparently, done spun the block with a boo thing, Corey or whatever. Why are you so angry about it though, sis? Like, why are you so mad? Like, and I literally responded to him, was like, "Yeah, thanks for sharing. I'll check this out. But what you so mad for?" I said, "Was you dating him? Was you going to shoot your shot? Like, were you the divorce attorney? You got to pay your deposit back. Like, help me understand why it's bothering you so much." Mm-hmm. Again, because we are triggered by our own internal conflict. Maybe her boo and her didn't work out. She ain't spinning the block and she mad. She hating. Whatever the reason. The last one I wanted to say was resurfacing our unresolved issues. When we are scrolling and we get that negative feed, it feeds our negativity. Now we arguing with people we don't know simply because something triggered us and resurfaced an unresolved issue we had. That girl don't know you. She not the one that stole your double dutch rope that you got from Verizon when he was fixing the pole. Why are you mad at her? But simply because her opinion reminds you of someone that hurt you or had a similar opinion, now you angry and arguing with strangers. So anyway, I just wanted to highlight some of those as the symptoms of our disease of mean world syndrome. All right, whichever of you want to jump in, I'm a yes, Shell, the glitter plates, girl.
I was actually getting ready to tap in one of Shell's comments here, which said that she noticed that when she watched reality TV, her mood would shift and her whole attitude would change. And she'd have an attitude with her family members. And of course, that was the transference of the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Everybody is mad. Everybody is angry. And everybody is ready to let the world know why they not the one to be messed with and played with.
Yep.
And so here we go.
Mhm.
You see someone either have what you want or is going through what you're going through. And then if they have what you want, it's the jealousy that why it's not happening for you. Or they're going through what you're going through, and then it becomes the multiplication of that energy there.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that's through a television screen when it's, any of the trendy reality TV shows, love of, wife of, whoever, whatever, baddie, shot o'clock, whatever, right? It makes you feel validated in why it is that your life is how it is. Because why should I have my shit together? They don't. And they don't have their stuff together and they got money. Or it's perceived they have money because they be renting all them houses. They don't own none of that stuff. But I digress.
Okay.
That part.
The houses, the clothes, the shoes. They got to get that back to wardrobe.
Mm-hmm. But, as long as they look cute doing it, then it's like, well, I could be a pretty hot mess. That's what the world is full of, pretty hot messes.
The crazy part is, unlike other diseases that you have to catch from something or someone, this mean world syndrome disease is self-inflicted.
That part.
Nobody infects you with this disease.
Mm-hmm.
You open yourself up to the infestation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you were a kid and your mother was like, "Don't touch the stove, it's hot," but you just had to touch it to see if it was hot, and then you got burned, and now and it was like, well, you did that to yourself because they told you not to touch it, and you decided to touch it, and now you got burned. And it's the same thing. We have this thing where we have to go find out, is it? Is this it? Did that happen? What if I do this? And so living in this AI world where, as you were saying earlier, Tima, everything's listening. Alexa listening, Siri listening. So they all listening to everything that's happening around you, and then they create what's shown in your algorithm. So what you follow on social media, what you search in Google, what you look up is now what is now being fed back to you.
Yep.
It's not giving you things that you have not already opened yourself up to be susceptible to.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you speak, what you talk about, what you focus on, those are the things that show up on your timeline.
Yep.
Those are the things that continue to get fed to you to feed this infection, to keep it growing, to keep it spreading, to keep it festering, and you keep clicking it.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time you click it, it's like, oh, give it more, give it more,
give it more. Yep.
So you are just feeding this disease on your own.
Mm-hmm.
If you just didn't click it today, your algorithm would shift because it'd be like, oh, she's not interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shift something else. And if you didn't click on the next thing, but you clicked on something more positive, it would shift what is at the top of your feed.
Yep.
But we don't, because we want to know. We want to know, is fire hot?
Mm-hmm.
For real. Like,
Yep.
you know it's hot. Because, like, the closer you get to fire, you could feel the heat. Like, so you know, like, it's hot. I know it's hot. But I want to know if I touch it, like, can I touch it and not get burned? Let me see. Let me
Right.
see if my skin is fire propellant. Maybe I
Right.
got special skin. Like, maybe God put me through a special machine and my skin don't burn like yours. So let me just touch it and see if it's not going to affect me the same way.
Right.
And then we do. And it's sad because then we blink. Now when we get burned, or now when our lives are filled with this toxic, negative, angry posture, we mad at the world.
Yep.
Oh, well, they live. No,
Yep.
it's you. It's
Yep.
you. If you created this in yourself. Like Michelle had, you just pointed out Michelle's comment. She recognized that when she did this, this happened. There's a level of accountability. Tina's favorite word. And then it was like, hey, you know what? Let me not do that. But we
Yep.
recognize it and then go down the riverboat of denial and pretend like that's not happening, that it's everybody else's fault. Why you're just mad because the elevator door closed when it should have closed. I don't know why you're mad. Like, that's what it's supposed to do, but now you're upset.
Yep. And then, like you said, they go on those I'm protecting my peace tours. They, the whole, y'all know what I'm talking about. They gotta post it, TikTok it, they gotta text it to people. If people ain't even asking where they gonna be at, but in case you looking for me, I'm gonna be protecting my peace. So I won't be answering my phone. Girl, stop.
That is such a
You
cop out.
decided that.
You want to
It's
protect your
such a
peace.
cop
Stop answering yourself.
that
Yeah.
You
part.
want to protect your
Answering
peace.
yourself.
Stop being part of the problem. Because some of the people who are first to be like, I'm protecting my peace, I'm on the protect my peace soapbox, are the people who cause the turmoil that they need protection from. You cannot go and poke at hornets' nest, and then when the hornets start coming out, go running high, talk about I'm protecting my peace. No, you was engaging with that hornet's nest. Now you need to be prepared for what happens after you don't poke that hornet's nest. A bunch of badass hornets gonna come out and sting your ass. Don't be talking about you protecting yourself. Don't go get your little smoke canister now. No.
Oh gosh.
Listen,
Exactly.
Be out here stirring the pot and then get mad that the recipe is effed up. You did it.
Yep.
So now it's part of protecting that peace needs to be an accountability piece, part of like, what did I do to cause the ruckus that I now need to protect myself from?
Yep.
Whether that is being in situations or scenarios and around people for far too long that you shouldn't have been around. Maybe you should not have been around these people because they are energy vampires, because they are the toxic, brunch crew, want to flip tables, toss drinks, all this other stuff. And now you need to remove yourself and protect your peace from them. But you can't do so because you were in the brunch throwing drinks and spilling tea and talking about people too. So in other words, don't be throwing stones and then hiding hands. No, like, but I didn't say it that way. Yeah, you did. Don't try and backtrack it now. So before you stand on the protect your peace soapbox, really think about what it is that you need to protect. Sometimes you need to protect yourself from you because you're the problem.
Exactly. That's good, Tiff. That's so good. And I love what Mel said earlier about algorithms, because algorithms really is just pseudo energy. You are going to draw what you know what I'm saying? You're going to attract, and then that's going to be what keeps coming to you. So if you acting crazy and acting toxic, guess what kind of girlfriends you're going to have? Crazy, toxic. It's okay. So, and the other thing you said, Mel, had me cracking up when you was like, is fire hot? Yeah, well, maybe let me see how hot. Like, that's exactly what we do. Some facts I want
to part of the fire. It's
exactly. Is all of it hot, or is it just a section? Right. But I just wanted to share a couple of things for you guys to consider. Y'all can chew on it. You can take it or leave it. We don't really care. We're going to share it. But some of the things that I want you to consider is negativity and confirmation bias. We are drawn to negative news and low vibrational content because it confirms either an existing belief that we have or our point of view. A lot of us like the negativity because we ourselves are negative. If you are full of negativity, that is what you are going to want because it's what you've been consuming. And so you are going to scroll and you are going to engage based on your confirmation bias. Who else out here thinks that all men are dogs? Let me connect with those platforms and podcasts and let me follow those influencers because that is how you feel. But when you heal that part of your heart, you are going to cringe at the stuff that you used to consume. I am telling you because I am on the other side of it. I look back at my history on YouTube and I look back at the threads that I used to comment on, and I'm like, oh, I used to think like that. Oh, I was in pain. Oh my God, I was broken. Because there's no way me now would agree with that point of view. So that's the thing I want you to look at. Look at yourself. What are you struggling with and hurting from that got you out here agreeing with complete foolishness? Got you out here voting for Trump. Like, I'm not letting it go. Okay, I'm gonna let it go.
Listen, that's what you gotta
go ahead, Mel.
I'm just gonna say, listen, I was like, just to sum up what both of y'all just said, instead of running around here trying to protect your peace, figure out how to pick up your pieces.
Yeah. Ooh, come on with a bar.
It's not time to be dropping gems yet, Mel. We got one more topic to go.
I've been gone for like 3 weeks. These been stored up. I'm just saying. No, because y'all, you was making real valid point though. Like, you out here, this fake protecting your peace. Like, no, it's not. That's fake. Don't protect you. What peace are you protecting?
That part. You didn't have no peace to begin
your
with.
Peace, because you're in pieces.
Come on, that's a whole bar. Somebody got to put that in the comments so we can share that. That was an entire bar. So let's move on so we can give them some cures for this, addicted to this me energy. Y'all know we're not going to have a show that we can't offer you a remedy. We want to offer you a drug. We want to offer you some relief in your drug. What did I take during my flu? Sudafed. Oh, yes, Lord. I'm telling y'all, there was Jesus juice in that Sudafed. It had me just in glory. Okay, I was in the house singing Yahweh. I said, oh, yes, come on, Sudafed. So we want to offer you some of that good old emotional energy cure. And then we're going to drop gems and get out y'all way. All right, so who wants to go first with their list of remedies?
I think I gave one already. I didn't know that. I was like, I guess it kind of fit. I should have saved it for here. Pick up your pieces.
Yeah.
What was that? Who was that? What show was that? He like, pick up the pieces. Like,
that was Martin. That was
yes.
Hustle Man.
Yes. Like, yes, like listen.
Oh my God.
Denial.
I love it.
Denial is not just a river in Africa.
I love it. And real quick, Tiff and Mel, before you share your remedies, I also want to mention that we do pick on social media because we're just not fans of our addiction to social media anymore. Amen. For our healing and deliverance. But there are also people that you constantly hang around knowing that they're not good for you. There are places that you keep going, knowing that you leave feeling uneasy and at dis-ease. So we may have emphasized social media because that is a common place we all meet and we all argue and we all beef with one another. But I also want you to consider who in your life is just not healthy, and don't cut them off and tell me I'm going, protect my peace, because scripture tells us to go to your brother, right? When you have a quarrel or disagreement, it says go to him. I said, Lord, really? Like, we out here in the culture of cut him off, and the word telling us to go to him. Like, he confront that brother, right? So
am I going to him with the slave?
Right, like go talk to him. So I'm not saying cut people off, but sometimes you do need to detach so that you can observe why they are bothersome to your energy and they're bothersome to your spirit every time you're around them. Sometimes they're carrying weight that is so heavy, it does fall on you. They can't help but dump it on you. So that's the other thing I wanted to just mention, that this energy addiction is not just on social media, it's in relationships. Some of y'all, honey, your expiration date, you are drinking sour milk in that relationship. That milk been expired, and you still trying to hold on to you just gonna turn it into cottage cheese. Girl, let that. Nope, no, show. We're doing that next month. All right, y'all. So come on, give the people some remedies.
What you were just saying too, Tima, like about cutting people off and why every time you're around some these people it disrupts your energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to check it because it's not their demons that are disrupting your spirit. It's their spirit that's disrupting your demons.
Ooh.
So you be mad at them like every time I'm around this person I feel uneasy. You might feel uneasy because your demons are bothered by what they have to offer or what they're bringing into your space. So they might not be the demon in this situation. They might be you.
Mel
So
said, "I'm back. Deal with it." Okay, because
I'm just saying, like we be really quick to want to cut other people off because oh, it's there. They just
yeah, yeah,
it sometimes it's them, but sometimes it's you.
that part.
And sometimes that disruption or what that person is disrupting in you is that piece of you that you're trying to hide, cover, protect, covet, run from, whatever it
Yeah.
is. And whatever's in that person is just not letting you sit in that comfortable space. Like some of us have people in our lives that will not let us just sit here in la la land. They're not gonna let us live in this fake fairy tale. Like
Right,
Prince Charming is not finna come and let you let your 30-inch weave down the window so he can braid it and climb up. It's just not happening. I'm sorry.
right.
Gots to be glue is not that strong. It's not gonna hold the braid when he climb up.
I
So
can't.
it's just not reality. You know what I mean? But some of us
Yeah,
really think that, because the lace is lacing, that we forget that it's not really ours.
yeah,
And if you throw that braid down and wait for him to climb up the braid, you're gonna be bald. And so some of us have people in our lives that do not let us
mm,
live in Disneyland. It's a great
yeah.
place to visit. Really crowded, very expensive, but it's a great place to visit. But guess what? Even the characters don't live there.
Right, right.
And so, because we choose to want to live there, we get around people that are like, "Hey, yeah, we brunched for the last 2 weeks. I can't brunch this week because I got responsibilities, and because that doesn't
Right.
fit the image you want to portray on social media, you are now bothered because they are
Mhm.
telling you, "Hey, hey, 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 you remember your lights got cut off last week? You might not want to brunch today." um,
Mhm.
and so you upset, and I'm like, is that where's the demon at in this situation? And we need to flip that mirror around and look and be like, hey. So I'm gonna say one of the drugs of remedy is acknowledgement, accountability, and acceptance that sometimes you are the issue.
That's good. In fact, that's facts. Go ahead, Tiff.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
So much has been happening behind the scenes, but my thing is understanding that there are different methods to treating whatever the ailment is, right?
Yep.
the the cure for a broken bone is not the same as a cancer treatment, which is not the same for, this, that. So first identifying what the problem is so that you can then rightfully treat the problem. Because
Yeah.
if the issue is one thing, but the cure to or the way to address this problem is not properly being handled, it's never going to look like I'm doing all of this work and nothing's changing. It's because it's the wrong work that's being done.
That part.
So really know what the work is that has to be done. So
Yeah.
once you've identified whether or not you're the problem or what the problem is, then know what the work is that has to be done. And then realizing that though we live in a microwavable society, most problems cannot be fixed with just the wave of the magic wand. Or like,
Mhm.
okay, well, I was journaling, why have I not finished processing this? Or I've changed my circle of people that I'm around, but these things are still happening, right? It's trial and error. Try this, recalibrate. Up,
Yep.
this is working, that's not working.
Yeah.
Move this way, not that way. And do understand that there is no, okay, well, I tried it 3 times and it didn't work, so now I'm going to try. It might be the fourth time.
Hmm.
Stop thinking that there is a specific, like, direct answer to what the problem is.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
That's me.
Like you said, there is no quick fix. There is no quick fix. Just some of the drugs that I had that I researched, I actually saw Michelle post something very similar. So shout out to Shell Mac on that. But be a better steward over your ear gates and eye gates. Like protect the things that you view, the things that you listen to, because that is essentially what's going to come back out. Like what you consume is what you know what I'm saying? Like we don't. Nope, I'm not gonna get it. Thank you, Lord. I ain't gonna get it as an example. Okay. Um, you want to set limits on how much you consume each day. I'm not telling you to do a digital detox like I did. It's changed my life and my heart and my disposition, but that's me. You may not be interested in that, but I do at least encourage you to limit how much you're consuming each day. You would be shocked how much time you spend. And again, not just on social media, but taking certain phone calls that are very, gossip heavy or steeped in negativity. You'll be surprised how much that impacts you. The other thing I wanted to say is like practice stillness. Like try being still and quiet, not moving, not scrolling, not doing anything. Just be still. Because of grind culture and because of hustle culture, we are taught to constantly be moving, constant movement, constant movement. But scripture teaches us to be still. We have to learn how to just be still. And it was uncomfortable at first. I was like, I don't like this. I feel weird. Why do I got to just sit here quietly? And the more I practiced it and the more I did it, try getting through my day without it. I like, cut the world off. I got to sit still. Even if it's for 5 minutes, I'll set the alarm on my phone and just be still because we store energy. But when you're still, your body starts to tell you where the negative energy is. Some of y'all got pain and tension. You thinking it's because you slept wrong, or you thinking it's because you fell and don't remember. No, you are carrying negative energy in your body. We are triune. We are mind, body, and spirit. So everything your mind feels, your spirit feels, so does your body. So you have got to do better at limiting how much negativity you're receiving and then learn to sit still to release it. Because your body will tell you where it's at. Like it will be like, girl, them thighs hurt because you didn't go to the gym. You carrying bad energy. Get that energy off of you. And the last thing I want to say is energy is neutral, right? All of our energy starts off neutral, especially our emotional energy. And the meaning you give it comes from your thoughts and your interpretations. So the more positive stuff that you receive and ingest and consume, when that energy starts to come up, whatever environment you're in, you're going to exude and attach that to your interpretation. So if all you got is negativity, somebody might say something to you, you'll take it one way and Tiff might take it completely different because her energy is neutral and positive. Yours is already hyped up on negativity, so you're going to hear it negatively. That's going to be your perception. What's she trying to say about me? She said the same thing to Tiff. Tiff ain't upset. So sometimes, like Mel said, it's you. That's you. Those are your lens. So let's work on that. And that's those are all the drugs that I have for you. I hope somebody finds it useful, helpful. So, ladies, we are at time. Do y'all want to run to the comments before we drop a gem? What y'all want to do? What we want to do? Y'all want to go see the comments real quick? Show some love before we go.
Sure. Who's running to the comments?
I got it. Come on over here because I see a familiar name in the space.
I saw your baby. I saw her. Hey, little cousin.
That's my baby girl. That's my middle one there, my original mini-me. She said, I think people will seek familiarity over enlightenment, and that plays a big role in what they see and consume. And that goes into, like, we literally provide the algorithm the poison to give us by simply clicking on the same things over and over again, going down the rabbit hole, as I was saying. We literally sit there and be like, this is how you destroy me. Keep giving me this. Keep feeding me more of that. And then the insanity is in thinking that if we're consuming all of this stuff, it's going to either change our perspective or have a different impact on us. And then, of course, we had Shell Mac over here, who's reminding the people throughout the session that they should not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Hustle and Shine podcast. Yes, so continue to do so that you can be in the room next week and the week after that and the week after that for all the dope episodes that we're planning for season 5 right now that we are under
I
underway.
see someone in the comments that I think is a first timer. My peoples was in here, Mr. Matthew, Pastor Matthew and Greaves. I think this is his first time. So welcome.
Yeah.
If you are in New York, in Mount Vernon, go check out his church, Faith Temple Worship Center in Mount Vernon. I believe it's Mount Vernon, White Plains, something like that.
Money earning.
But he's awesome. Definitely go check him out. But thank you for coming.
I gotta shout out one of mine now. Hey, Miss K Monet. This is like when I tell y'all she's a dope author, she is a speaker, a podcaster. Y'all need to check this out. But I love her comment. It says also pay attention to the type of music you listen to. That can alter your mood as well. Those are facts. Music is universal. And so that is definitely a way that negative energy can get into us. So y'all remember what's the funkin' Ludacris move, get out the way. Every time that came on, I started driving aggressively. I said, why all of a sudden?
Yeah.
That's because you're from New York. Don't blame Luda.
Okay, it was. No, it was definitely from being from New York. You're right. Okay, you know what? Sorry, Ludacris.
He just gave us a little bit more ammunition.
He gave you an anthem to drive aggressively.
Right. That's it.
But we was already doing it. You right. My bad. You right. All right, ladies, let's drop a gem in and let our gems and gents and diamonds go for the night. Who's gonna go first? Mel on one tonight with all the gems. Let Mel drop a
Yes.
Well, I gotta go for it. No, I'm just joking. All right. What's my gem for today? So since we ended with medications and how do we help, I am going to continue on that and tell you, don't be so afraid of the side effects that you stop taking the medication.
Ooh, period.
Sometimes
came through tonight. She said, I bet.
Sometimes we be so scared of, oh, well, I might or this could be a side effect that we don't take it, and we would rather sit in the pain and deal with the affliction than the possibility of healing with a little discomfort.
Mm.
And don't be counterproductive to your medicine.
That's a word.
Because you can be taking all the medicine in the world, but if you are not following the instructions and doing the necessary work, you are taking that medicine for no reason.
Sure. You know what? I literally had a physician tell me that when I was telling them that I was inconsistently taking my medication, they said, you are exposing yourself to the side effects without reaping the full benefit of.
Oh. That's the whole word, ladies.
Huh?
That's the whole word, ladies.
That's what Mel said. Don't expose yourself to side effects without reaping the full benefit.
That's good.
There you go.
That's good. Tiff, you ready to drop a gem? You got a Tiffany epiphany for us?
What, Tiffany epiphany?
We got through with the Tiffany epiphany, right? In a world where FOMO is big, fear of missing out, understand that you are literally supposed to miss out on certain things. You are not supposed to be in every room. You are not supposed to be part of every conversation. You are not supposed to attend every party and do all the things. Because if you're doing all the things, then where are you spending time on yourself? And when are you making room for what your destiny is to take place, right? So you are not supposed to be in all of the rooms. So if you don't get invited, just take it as I wasn't supposed to be there in the first damn place.
That part. I love that.
Stay home and
pick up gem droppers. Let's go. Okay, so my gem, y'all, lately I've been getting them in prayer. So this has nothing to do with tonight's show, but it's clearly for somebody. It might be for me. It probably is for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you. But the word I received during prayer was learn to sit with the word that God gave you, whether you heard it through prayer, a sermon, with the exception of this one, right? Whether you heard it through prayer or a sermon, or someone gave you a prophecy or revelation, before you grow roots and before it gets really deep in you, we run to social media with it to post it or repurpose it. But I want to encourage you to sit with it first. Figure out how it's applicable to your life. How can it bless you? How can it bear fruit in your life? And then use it to give to somebody else. Because I think we dilute the word that we get when we start to share it and we start to give it out. Sometimes things are just for your consumption. They're for you to change. They're for you to heal and to grow. And so learn to sit with your word for a little bit and let it like get hold of your heart before you just run to post it for likes and attention. So that's all I wanted to share. That, like I said, that may have been for me too, but I hope it blessed somebody listening tonight to learn to just hold on to some of the good things that you get and that you hear from God. So that's it. All right. Any housekeeping? Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Yes, we have the empowered prayer call led by our very own Shell Mack. Let me tell y'all, it's a time. I know it's early. Okay. 6 a.m. is early, but it is worth it. We definitely go in, we definitely approach the throne, um, and uh, and make our requests known. So yes, if you are interested in praying with us, you can join the call. If you just want to submit a prayer request, you want us to pray for you, we're fine with that too. So make sure that you visit us on diamondwriters.com. I think there's a tab or a button or something that you can click and submit a prayer request, or get the dial-in information to join the prayer call. Or you can always email us at admin@diamondwriters.com, and we will take your prayer request that way as well. Um, Journaling series is over. Y'all missed it. Y'all play too much. You see what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't doing nothing. It ain't, the Super Bowl ain't for another week or two. Y'all missed it, but it was amazing. Okay, we are gonna bring you another one in April. So I'm telling you now, another one's coming in April. Get to the website to register. Tell your friends to tell a gym to be at our next journaling workshop series. What else am I missing, ladies? What other
If you
housekeeping?
haven't registered, if you haven't signed up for our mailing list,
Do that.
then that means you're not getting the notifications. So
True.
while you're on the website submitting your prayer requests to let the Lord bless you, go ahead and submit to our newsletter so that we can notify you when we're having our next gym class, journaling workshop,
Yeah.
let's say, whatever it is, you'll be in the know.
And we love that for you. We absolutely love that for you. All right. Well, if there is nothing else and all hearts and minds are clear, oh God, I'm so churchy. We want to let y'all go. We hope that you have an amazing rest of your week. Continue to come back right here, same time, same platform, same shine. And until then, y'all continue to hustle and shine. Good night.
Let's go.
Let's